Joseph's College for Women, Autonomous Visakhapatnam, Department of English welcomes you to the online course on Professional Communication in Practice. Under this course, let us deal with Module 6, Media and Journalism Communication, facilitated by Dr. T. Bhaskar Sudha, Head Department of English, St. Joseph's College for Women. Let us continue with this module, Module 6, the last topic, that is Topic 5, Ethical Considerations in Journalism and Media Communication. By the end of this session, the learners will be able to understand media ethics and professional standards, examine ethical issues in print, TV, and digital media, learn principles of responsible journalism, analyze ethical dilemmas through case studies, demonstrate responsible communication skills, apply ethical principles in real life media work. Now let me introduce you to what is ethics in media, right? So media ethics refers to moral principles guiding journalists. It ensures truthful, fair, and responsible reporting. Ethics helps the media to maintain credibility and public trust. Now, since we have seen what is media and what is journalism, now let us deal with the ethics in media and why is it important. Now, it builds public trust and credibility, promotes responsible reporting, protects democratic values, prevents misfortunes and bias, and ensures professionalism. Now, we will be dealing one by one these importance of ethics in media. Now, since we have seen why ethics is important in media, now there are also certain principles of journalism where ethics plays an important role. The first one is objectivity and fairness, independence, humanity and responsibility, accountability, and truth and accuracy. These are the 5 principles, core principles in which journalism ethics revolves around. Now, let us discuss one by one. First, the truth and accuracy. Journalists must verify the facts before publishing. Avoid rumors, fake news, and misleading headlines. Accuracy strengthens media credibility. This is more important because the way a journalist reports the facts, how much accurate the facts are, what truth is involved, is there any fake or is there any errors, all this has to be considered before reporting to the public. So truth and accuracy plays an important role in media. Next comes the objectivity and fairness, the collection of the data of the report that a journalist has in his or her hand, how fair it is, how truth it is, does it correlate with the facts, the original facts which are taken. So all this has a journalist has to take care of. Then report without personal bias, provide balanced viewpoints, avoid discrimination based on genders, caste, religion, or class. So a journalist should keep in mind that it should be fair enough that the report should seek into. It should not be any showing any personal bias or just showing a discrimination of genders or class or creed or religion. Nothing related to these things a report should be. It should be fair and free from all these points. Then after that, taking into the fairness, then comes the accountability and transparency. How transparent the report is without any errors or without any flaws. Accept responsibility for published content, correct errors quickly, be transparent about sources and intentions. When you get a source from a third party or somebody else outside giving you the source of information, check how much accountable it is, whether it is fake or whether it is real. And if in case if you have reported something wrong, immediately react and rectify the errors. That is what the transparency shows in media. Okay. Next, then comes the independence. The media should be an independent body by itself, not to be favoring any party or religion or any community or any caste. So for freedom from influence, no control from politics, corporations or advertisers, unbiased reporting, present news fairly and objectively, builds public trust, ensures credibility of the media, then support democracy, act as a watchdog for society. As I told you in the beginning itself, that journalism or media is like a watchdog in democracy, looking into the facts, reporting the events fair and clear, no taking any bias towards anybody. So that is where media becomes independent by itself. Then comes the humanity and responsibility. How much the media is responsible for the society. Respect personal privacy and dignity. Don't venge into any other person's life, which is their privacy there. Don't violate those rules. Avoid sensitization. Any sensitive topics related to a particular community or religion, please avoid it. Not to report such things. Be sensitive while reporting tragedies, crime, and disasters. When there is a tragedy or a crime occurred, don't take sides, right? So in case if you do that, the whole media becomes as a laughing stock to everybody. So the journalist or the reporter or the media should keep in mind that they should always be away from all this. Then let us deal with the media ethics bodies in India. So since we have seen what are the principles of ethics in journalism and media, now there are certain bodies in India where these bodies or organization act as a checker, as a controller for the media. The first one is the Press Council of India, PCI, which is at the top level. So this body checks the media interactions. Then News Broadcasting and Digital Standards Authority. This is one more body which looks into the media ethics. Advertising Standards Council of India. Then the Code of Ethics for Journalists. So these four bodies play an important role in controlling the media in the country. Now, the ethical issues in digital media, we have seen the ethical principles on a whole. Now, coming to the digital media, because this is the upcoming platform uh, where all the things are going around. So this digital media plays an important role now. It's fast and quick feedback you get. So what are the ethics to be followed in this digital media? Fake news and misinformation should be avoided. Then copyright and plagiarism. Don't the digital media should not get into plagiarized content, copying or from the other source and publishing it as your own. Until you get the copyrights, you can't say this is mine. This content what I took is mine, and it's related to our media, unless you get the copyright rights. So this is more important. So don't plagiarize any of the content which is not belong to one particular organization. Then you have the TRP pressure, which is also very important, where the ads in between the which gives money to the media to publish or to advertise their things. So the TRP ratings they call it as, which actually affects the ethics in digital media also. Now, paid news and media bias. This is one important feature that the media should keep in mind of avoiding paid news. First, journalism must maintain independence, not to go into any paid news or getting money because you are reporting something, you want the money for it. So that type of uh, thing, it's better to avoid it and be independent on its own. Paid news affects credibility, and the corporate and political influences challenges ethics. So this is also one important thing where the political parties try to control the media, putting it in their hand and wanted to publish whatever they wanted the public to know. So in that way, you are actually putting the media house into somebody's pocket. So it is better to be independent on its own and not to go into any of these things and not to do any unethical things in the society. Now, the role of media in democracy. This is an important topic which right from the beginning we were discussing, that media plays an important role in democracy. There are three pillars: legislature, executive, and judiciary in the constitution in India. These are the three pillars of the nation. The fourth pillar is the media, which plays an important role as a watchdog, looking into the independence of the public, independence of the democracy, making sure that democracy works well. It informs citizens and shapes public opinion. Ethical journalism supports democratic values. So, to finally conclude this topic related to ethics in journalism, ethics is essential for responsible journalists. Media professional must follow ethical standards. Ethical media builds a strong or and an informal society. So, in case if there is some event which is happening where you have to present it, you have to check the background of it, whether the facts are true, whether it is anybody's privacy that you are violating, whether you are and anything happening there. So all those facts should come out as transparent, and that is how you are at the same time following the ethics, the principles that we have discussed earlier: objectivity, fairness, independence, all these things, keeping in mind the ethics in media. When you do it without any challenges or any enforcement from outside external bodies like the political parties or corporate organizations holding you not to do it, unless until you come out of that chains or the clutches of that, then only a journalist or the media is free from everything. So they'll have a uh, fair part in democracy as well. So with that, we conclude this topic. Thank you for your patience listening.